Hey rodeo fans, welcome back to Reno Rodeo 365. I'm your host, Jen Fisk, and today marks 23 days before the biggest event of the year, the wildest, richest rodeo in the West. Which means in 33 days, we'll be counting down until next year. Have you ever been sad for an event to end before it's even started? On this episode of Reno Rodeo 365, we will talk about the ins and outs and absolutely can't miss items of the 2025 rodeo. So by the end of it all, you'll know you got the most out of it. Coming up, we talk rodeo, of course, the Miss Reno Rodeo pageant, theme nights, and a brand new event coming to the 2025 rodeo. And this one's for my dancers. We'll also dive in on how to maximize your experience of the greatest sport on dirt with varying budgets. All this when we come back.
Keep it dirty. Get outside. Join the movement, a proud sponsor of the Reno Rodeo.
All right, Reno Rodeo 365 fans, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. With us today, we have Katie Lucas, a Western sports reporter, mom, wife, and like myself, former rodeo queen. Katie, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to visit with you today, and I'm excited for Reno Rodeo. It's going to be fun to be back.
Yeah, we're so excited that you get to come back out. It's always a great time here in June. The weather is getting warmer, so hopefully you're ready for that.
See, I feel like Reno Rodeo has stumped me a couple times because I'm either too hot or too cold at the Reno Rodeo. The first time I went, I was not prepared and I froze. And then last year, I thought I'm going to be prepared, jackets all the way, and I was way too hot most nights at Reno.
Yep, that's usually how it goes in the desert. It's cold at night, but hot at the start of the perf. So you have to pack for all winters or all seasons and hope for the best.
Yeah, have a transitional outfit that you can wear throughout the performance.
We love that. So title and position, you're at the Cowboy Channel. You're a Western sports reporter. Is that your official title?
Yeah, one of the on-air personalities. I get a chance to host shows here in the studio. Then I also get the chance to go and do sideline work and reporting on site at rodeos as well. So we wear a lot of hats, but on-air personality or Western sports journalist is kind of covers it.
Absolutely. And I know you were a former queen as well as Miss Rodeo Canada. Is that what got you into the realm of sideline reporting for Western sports? Or talk us a little bit about how you got where you're at today.
Yeah, it certainly helped. It was a lot of great practice. But when I was in high school, I decided that this is what I wanted to do. So I started off writing for the Canadian Pro Rodeo News magazine, which is our magazine for the Canadian Professional Rodeo Association. And then went to college for communication arts, specialized in broadcasting, but it had a background too in print journalism, marketing, advertising, and I think all of those things just have really helped me be a much more well-rounded broadcaster at the end of the day. And then took some time off to pursue the rodeo queen journey again. I had been a high school rodeo queen and my local rodeo queen, but after I was done college, worked for a little bit and then returned to the rodeo queen world as Miss Ponoka Stampede, and then was fortunate enough to take that and win Miss Rodeo Canada 2015. It seems it's a long time ago now, 10 years ago now, I guess. It's crazy to think. But so that certainly helped me, but I also had the base of going to school for journalism, for broadcasting, and got the experience there. And then when I was done as Miss Rodeo Canada, just hopped right back into the broadcast world and worked my way through a lot of rodeos in Canada. And then through several opportunities, got the chance to come down here and work for the Cowboy Channel.
Awesome. And that's in Texas for those that don't know. So, how did, from Canada to Texas, what was that transition like? I imagine the cultural different to an extent.
It's a little bit different, but Alberta, where I'm from, is such a rodeo and agricultural province. So a lot of similarities between the two. And I was one of those spoiled Canadian kids that got to winter in Arizona. My
Ah,
dad was a professional rodeo cowboy, and he bought a place in Arizona actually before he bought one in Alberta, and used that as his American home base when he was rodeoing. And so my brother and I, when we were growing up, we got to go down and spend a few months every year in Arizona. So I was kind of used to being both in Canada and the United States. So it wasn't a huge culture shock. But Texas is unique, though. The people are so friendly here. You know, in Canada, when you walk by people, they'll smile at you and make eye contact. But in Texas, they will stop and have a full conversation with
oh,
you.
yeah. We talk to
So,
strangers in Texas. My parents live in
yeah,
Bernie, and yeah, you can't go to the grocery store without striking up a conversation in the produce aisle.
yes, exactly. So there's a few differences, but you know, I feel like the Western world, it's home wherever you go. So it wasn't too much of a culture shock.
Awesome. Well, growing up in a family where your dad was a professional rodeo athlete, being immersed in it yourself, now you're reporting for Western sports, you see everything. Do you have a favorite event?
That's a hard one for me because I've had the chance to be exposed to really in-depth information about a lot of events. Of course, my dad was a tie-down roper, so it will always be, you know, number one or one of the number ones for me. I love tie-down roping. I love how intricate it is and, you know, how many variables there are in the event. But I also got the chance to help out at some bronc riding schools for Rod Hay, Dawson Hay's dad, and Dawson and Logan Hay. And so it was really neat for me to get to see the finer details of the saddle bronc riding as well. He hired me to sit on the side of the arena with a video camera, and I would video the rides, and then the kid and himself would come over to me, and I had a big screen TV, and I would play them back in slow motion for them, and I'd get to hear his critique of every single ride. And so it really taught me a lot and really made me enjoy it and appreciate saddle bronc riding just that much more. I think everybody's a fan of the saddle bronc riding, no matter what
Yes.
is your event. But it just gave me an even deeper appreciation. And then I got the opportunity to do the same thing with Jake Vold at a bareback riding school. So I got to learn a lot there. Team roping, I love. I'm a team roper myself. So I really love the team roping, love a lot of the people that are in it. But I think all in all, I'm just a really big rodeo fan. So it would be really hard for me to single out one event.
Yeah, absolutely. And you just got done at the PBR World Finals. So then you also had this element where you're fully immersed in professional bull riding. Tell us a little bit about that. I know we're just jumping in, we're jumping into Reno Rodeo and PRCA, but bull riding is really taken off and the PBR is just, I mean, people know what it is. There's drafts, there's teams. Just tell us a little bit about that.
That was such an amazing experience. You know, it's on, it's so different. It's not rodeo. They are their own thing, their own fan base. And I just loved learning about their different rules, their different systems and formats. And so I love information. I love to study new things. And so I really got to soak that up. And they do a really great job too on their broadcasts and at the event of really educating their fans. And that's something that I'm really passionate about. I know you, as a former rodeo queen, will feel the same way. That's your job, is to
Yes.
educate fans, whether they're the casual fan, maybe someone brand new to the sport, or you're really hardcore fans. So I really appreciated that, and it made me a fan very quickly. You know, I've always watched PBR, but never really on a journalist side of things. I watched it for fun. And so it made me a fan very quickly, just seeing how everything worked and all the intricacies of their event and how different it was than rodeo.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing that. So you're coming out to Reno Rodeo. You just got done at PBR World Finals. Tell us a little bit about what happens in between events when you're traveling, and then when you get there, what does a quick day in the life look like? You're obviously those that have been to the Reno Rodeo, we know long nights. By the time we're out of here and the bulls are done, and you go to the jack tent or the chorus tent, there's still action going on behind the scenes when it comes to our contracted personnel. So for you on that side, as a Western sports reporter, what does a day in the life look like, and how do you, navigate it?
So in between events, usually, they give me a few days to rest, which is amazing here at the Cowboy Channel. But we do a lot of studio shows too. Later today, I'll be on Western Sports Roundup. So we've got some studio shows that we do. I have a weekly show that I'm a part of called Zero In with myself and Michael Snow. So a lot of studio time when I'm off the road. But then when we're at Reno Rodeo, usually every morning we are meeting with, whether it be in person or a phone call, with our producer, and we go over what is going to be on the show for that evening. And then that's where we kind of get our marching orders for the day. Maybe it's a project that we need to film that afternoon that'll go on the show that night. Maybe it's something that's going to air a few days from now, but we need to get the interview done for it today. That's where we go over all of those details and make a game plan for the day. And then by the afternoon, we're on site, ready to go. We might be doing some interviews for Western Sports Roundup before the rodeo starts. And of course, with the time difference between Texas and Reno, that means they are quite early. Usually we're out there early afternoon to do those, but it just gives us an extra opportunity to promote what's going on in the evening, whether we're talking with a contestant, one of the organizers of Reno Rodeo. Our job is to let our Cowboy Channel fans know, hey, you do not want to miss this performance tonight. So from there, once we're done all of the preliminary interviews, it's time to get ready for the rodeo itself. And that might include some interviews or some reports that I need to do right off the top of the show. And then once we get into the rodeo, it's full steam ahead, eyes on the arena, making sure that as each event is going on, I'm taking notes for myself. A lot of people think that us sideline reporters are fed questions.
I was gonna say, where's your earpiece that they're asking?
Yes, yeah, exactly. We may have an earpiece in, but it is not someone telling us what to ask those contestants. So yeah. My eyes are on every single run and ride. I usually take a little note for myself so I can think back and remember, because as you know, in rodeo, you don't know if it's the first contestant out or the last contestant out that's going to win. So you need to make sure that you're taking notes as you go, or maybe there's other people that don't take notes and they have a better memory than me. But I like to take notes of every run and ride, especially if it's one that really stands out, or if I have a thought in that moment that I might want to bring up in the interview. And then as soon as that event's over, I am scrambling to find that contestant. We hop out into the arena and do our interview and then head back. And then there might be some other stuff that the producer has requested in the meantime. Maybe we want to come back from break with a thought. Maybe we want to, dive a little deeper and bring our rodeo fans behind the scenes. That's a big goal of ours this year or this season on the Cowboy Channel, is to really give you a more in-depth look of what these rodeos look like behind the scenes. So I'm just waiting on the word from the producer at that point if there's anything extra that we need. And then at the end of the night, we, maybe just wrapping up right after that last bull riding interview, or there may be a little short wrap up for the rodeo that we need to be a part of. So it's always changing. It's all just a matter of listening, going with the flow, and you might get a request thrown at you and 30 seconds later you're going to be on TV. But you just have to learn to roll with it. That's something that was not a strength of mine before. It used to really make me nervous, and I wanted to be so over prepared, but I'm learning to let go of that and just react in the moment and to, see what happens and react to it. And that has really helped me sort of let go of that nervousness. I still get nervous because I care so much about my job, but it's helped me let go a lot of the nerves, because you have to go with the flow.
You have to, and it's the nerves that working up to it, but as soon as they say, okay, you're on, they go away, because at that point you can't change the situation. You're there, you're live. At that point, the conversation's going to happen and go the way that it goes. And it just shows that you guys put in so much energy on the back end of studying and preparing and keeping track of notes. And I think that goes for all sports reporters, but the Western industry is especially, because it's so changing ever fast. It's not necessarily a team sport. You're not tracking teams that have stats. You are taking down every detail. Like you said, you don't know if the round winner is going to be the first out or the last out. And so having those meaningful conversations with whoever it is in any event really puts a lot of pressure on the interviewer. So you do great for Cowboy Channel. You are like one of my favorites to watch, but we just want to say, from rodeo fans alike, thank you for all the work that you and everyone at the Cowboy Channel put into making it such a great production.
Well, thank you. We're all really passionate about it. So I think that really helps us keep going and keep grinding and wanting to bring those stories out because we really care about them.
Yeah. And you're a new mom in doing all this. A little bit about balancing that.
Yes, he will be hitting the rodeo trail this summer. I'm really excited. He's actually just outside the room right now. My husband came to work with me today to watch him, but we are so in love. Hadley, he gave us a run for our money off the start. He was 4 weeks early, and about he was about 6 days old, and we found out he needed open heart surgery.
Oh my goodness.
But he's through all of that now, and he is absolutely thriving. He is a ham too. He thinks he is so funny, and so he's been just such a blessing. We're so lucky to have him, and it's going to be different, but it's going to be very fun to have him on the rodeo trail. He's my husband's going to come to some rodeos. My mom's going to come actually to Reno Rodeo to help me. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh, I love that. And how fun. He really just said, I'm coming for you, world. Let me out of here.
Oh yeah, he certainly did. And then it's been a whirlwind ever since.
Well, speaking of Reno, obviously we are excited. We don't know, who's coming yet, but who are some contestants and athletes, both maybe on the animal side if you have that, but on the contestant side that we as rodeo fans should be looking out for to hopefully make their appearance here in the biggest little city?
Yeah, well, of course, Reno roster always does a great job putting together stock and bringing all kinds of stock contractors together for the event. So it's always fun getting to work with him and picking his brain a little bit to study myself to make sure I know what's going on, what are some of his favorite matchups. But on the contestant side of things, we're waiting for that draw to come out. It'll be a few weeks before they get entered. But I look at things like Riley Webb, who's #1 in the world. He was the 2022 Reno Rodeo champion. Shad Mayfield, who's #2, and he's the two-time back-to-back and reigning champion at Reno Rodeo. They should be coming back. They should be entered, of course. Stetson Wright, he had to miss Reno Rodeo last year because of his injury. He really wanted, like many contestants, the Reno Rodeo to be his first one back, but he needed more time to heal. So I'm sure he will be back. But then you've got the Wright family contingent. Ryder Wright is the defending champion. Statler Wright won it the 2 years before. So for the last 3 years now, a Wright has had their name in the winner's circle there at Reno. So they should be really exciting to watch. And you'll have bareback rider R.C. Landingham. He's #10 in the world. He's another reigning champion, and he's got a lot of local support there as well. So he's always fun to watch because the crowd really loves to watch him there. Tristan Hutchings, his interview there last year when he won the bull riding, it is one that I still remember. I actually just complimented him on it the other day because it was such an emotional win for him. He had lost his mother a few months before that, and he hadn't won a major rodeo since. He really hadn't had a big payday since she passed away. So he dedicated that win to his mom. And that's going to be an interview that I remember for the rest of my career. So there's going to be a lot of great stories. I'm always excited to see, your usual suspects that make the short round, but then there's always somebody else that kind of comes out of nowhere, and Reno Rodeo can really set them on an amazing path to get to their first NFR. I heard Charlie Crawford talk about it on his podcast that he said Reno Rodeo is so full of hope. It is such a fun rodeo because either you haven't had a great winter, but Reno Rodeo is where it turns around and it's just going to send you into the summer, or you're so confident because you rocked and rolled all winter long and you're just going to carry it on through Reno. So he said, he really explained it and you can feel it. There's so much energy and hope at the Reno Rodeo. So contestants, they lay it all out there and it makes for a fun event.
We do. And it's the start of Cowboy Christmas. And so I think, like you said, hope, but it's just exciting. It's a great kickoff. And I really like to hype up to our fans who maybe haven't been able to get a rodeo ticket or their workday doesn't allow them to. That Slack performances are just as eventful without the rough stock events as a rodeo performance. You get your top dog athletes in the arena during 10 a.m. Slack, so you can pick your favorite spot in the bleachers under the grandstands with the shade, bring your cup of coffee or mimosa, and watch Slack, and you can still watch some of these athletes. So I always like to encourage people, if you're watching and you hear these names and you're like, man, I'd love to see Shad Mayfield in the arena, but I can't get tickets to the perf or to my favorite night, or I can't find childcare, or I can't get down to the Reno Rodeo grounds, not only can you watch on the Cowboy Channel, you can come join us for Slack, and it's totally free, and it's in the arena, so it's a live action event without the theatrics of the rodeo.
Yeah, I agree. You will find me at Slack several times throughout my stay in Reno. I love just getting to sit, relax, watch the rodeo, watch the Slack. So I couldn't agree more. It's kind of, I think, a hidden gem at the Reno Rodeo.
Absolutely. Well, Katie, thank you so much. We appreciate you and your time and everything that you do for Western sports. Where can we find you and the Cowboy Channel, and how can we get subscriptions? Tell us just a little bit about the live action behind that.
Yeah, so you can follow the Cowboy Channel on any of your social media platforms, or go to cowboychannelplus.com to get a subscription as well. And that gives you access to all our entire library of live events. You can go back and watch rodeos. You can watch Reno Rodeo from last year, the year before. You can watch, 1980s national finals rodeos too. So there's a lot to be had on the Cowboy Channel Plus app. You can hook it up to your smart TV, or get it with your local cable providers as well.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, have a watch party at home if you can't make it down, or if you're watching from out of the state of Nevada, get Channel Plus, have a watch party like it's your midsummer NFR.
Yeah, have a lot of fun with it. And we're going to bring you as much information and some great stories at the Reno Rodeo this year. So it's going to be exciting.
Awesome. Well, Katie, thank you. We look forward to seeing you here in just 23 short days. And until then, we will see you next time on the Cowboy Channel or live here at the Reno Rodeo.
Hey, we'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
2025 is shaping up to be another historic year on the Cowboy Channel. Now, with more rodeo,
I get so excited every year because it is big time rodeo.
more original programming,
It's a lot of pressure, it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of money.
and even more Western sports coverage.
The breakaway roping is making waves.
The only way to catch every minute is with the Cowboy Channel Plus app. Don't miss out. Download the app today and get the world of Western sports at your fingertips with your subscription to Cowboy Channel Plus.
Branded screen printing. Get noticed. Get branded. Branded Screen Printing, a proud sponsor of the Reno Rodeo.
Welcome back, rodeo fans. We'd like to thank our friends at the Cowboy Channel and Country Financial for their support. We'd also like to extend a huge thank you to Farm Bureau Bank for their nightly mutton busting scholarships. One randomly drawn kid from each night's mutton busting event will win a $2,500 educational scholarship, and we are just so thankful for Farm Bureau Bank's support in that. As promised, tons of information coming up on how to maximize the greatest sport on dirt. Starting with the Miss Reno Rodeo pageant, if you are an aspiring rodeo queen, have a friend, a daughter, a cousin, someone you babysit for, a neighbor who maybe one day would like to be Miss Reno Rodeo, attending the pageant is a great opportunity to do so. You can watch the horsemanship live on June 12th. That's Thursday at 9:30 a.m. at the rodeo grounds, and this is free to the public. So come down and sit in the grandstands and watch these contestants with their horsemanship patterns. You can also watch Coronation live on our Reno Rodeo Facebook channels on Friday, June 13th, and see who Miss Reno Rodeo 2026 will be. New to the Reno Rodeo this year is a line dancing competition. This will be on Finals Day, Saturday, that's June 28th. Brought to us by the Pacific Northwest Stampeders, a line and swing dancing competition. More information for this is on our social medias. Signups are live now. Go to the Reno Rodeo Facebook or Instagram pages, or even online at renorodeo.com for more information on the first ever line and swing dance competition. Put it in your calendar now. Saturday, June 28th, you could be Reno Rodeo's inaugural line or swing dance competition winner. As a reminder, the clear bag policy is still in state for this year. If you were around last year, you're familiar with that. And if not, take a look at our website for further information. Our security team and admissions will be monitoring for those clear bags, except with few exceptions such as diaper bags or medical necessities. So be sure you take a look at that before you come down to the Reno Rodeo. And if you're coming to the rodeo, which we of course hope to see you here in just 23 days, we have theme nights. If this is your first time attending the Reno Rodeo and you don't know what the theme nights are, I'll walk you through them right now. The very first Thursday is Extreme Bulls, which is bull riding only, and that is retro night. So wear your best retro gear, head down to a thrift store, Junkies, Savers, and grab an awesome shirt for retro night because you will stand out if you don't. The first Friday night is Patriot Night, so come show off in your red, white, and blue. Saturday is sponsored by Dolan Auto Group. Often you'll see people wearing white or silver to associate it with a color. Sunday is the Power of Good Night, sponsored by NV Energy. Most folks will be wearing the color green. Monday on Jack Daniels Night, we encourage you to wear black. Tuesday, Man Up Crusade in the support and awareness of domestic violence. Please wear purple to show your support. Wednesday is Wolfpack Night. Show off your silver and blue. Thursday is Coors Night. Wear tan or yellow or just drink a whole lot of Coors with us. Friday is Breast Cancer Awareness Night, so please wear your pink in support of the cause. And Finals Night, Saturday, June 28th, is the PRCA Pro Rodeo Tour Championship Night. So there's no associated color with this, but champions wear gold. So I'll be wearing gold, and you can expect that from our champions in the arena as they walk away with their silver spurs.
Ride towards it. Reach for it. Protect it. Enjoy it. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, long live cowboys.
No solo asistes al Reno Rodeo, lo sientes, lo vives, es una mentalidad vaquera. 10 noches de acción sin parar, del 19 al 28 de junio. El jorneo emocionante de la PRCA, el mercado de plata y toda la herencia del viejo oeste que puedas manejar. Ponte las botas y suelta tu espíritu, porque una vez que lo llevas en la sangre, ya no eres el mismo. El Reno Rodeo 2025. Bienvenidos al rodeo más salvaje y más rico del viejo oeste.
Welcome back, rodeo fans. As promised, something I'm excited to talk with you about is how to rodeo on a budget. This is a cowboy state of mind, and we want to get your head in the game with the Reno Rodeo, whether you're watching from home or down in the arena with us. Let's first start with a $0 budget. That's right. How can we experience Reno Rodeo with no cost at all? The cattle drive will be coming into town on Thursday, June 19th. They start at North McCarran and Sutro Street with aiming to hit the pavement at 12 p.m. If you grab your sunblock and your chair and hit the sidewalk around 11, you'll be sure to see the action of the cattle drive. Welcome the Reno Rodeo. Slack performance is daily at 10 a.m. in the rodeo arena and is totally free. You can pick your favorite spot in the shaded grandstands and enjoy some of our timed events. Daytime events like the ranch sorting, drill team competition, and the Nevada Shuffle ropings occur in the indoor arena throughout the week and are also free to the public. Check the schedule of daily events for times, with most starting between 7:30 and 8 a.m. If you have little ones, join us for Kids Day. This is a totally free event on Sunday, June 22nd, beginning at 9:30 to 1:30 p.m. This is a family-friendly event with dozens and dozens of vendors, from pony rides to the fire department, Washoe County Sheriff, Dare to Be a Cowboy, and so many more local organizations to help put this on. So if you are participating, we thank you. And if you've got little ones at home, come down and join us for Kids Day on June 22nd. You can watch the Reno Rodeo Facebook feed nightly for live video of the Reno Rodeo and, of course, round winner interviews of the Winner's Circle. These are all free events at the Reno Rodeo, so you can tell everyone you were right there with us in the action. The next budget we'll talk about is around $50 to $100, and you can start it off totally free by taking the shuttle from the Grand Sierra Resort to the rodeo grounds starting every day at 4 p.m. Save on parking or an Uber. Get your tickets to the rodeo, and if it's a sold-out night, you can look at a $10 grounds ticket to get into the gate, grab some kick-ass fries or a funnel cake, and watch the rodeo for free in the indoor arena at the live viewing party. Here you'll have a chance to win some prizes, enjoy the cool comfort of the AC, and hang out with rodeo announcer Garrison Allen. This is just a $10 grounds ticket that gets you in the admissions gate, but not a seat in the grandstands. Come shop our vendors if you so wish, or kick your feet up and relax. If you want to enjoy the after party without the hassle of the lines at the Jack or the Coors tent, the Dock Bar Speakeasy is open nightly with the happiest of happy hours and live music from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. And this is a $10 cash cover fee. It's a perfect date night at $20 a person for admissions to the ground and the happiest hour with live music in the Dock Bar. If you have a little extra, buy yourself a souvenir or, as I mentioned, some kick-ass fries, because those are my favorite treat at the Reno Rodeo. And last but not least, rodeo without a budget. No budget, no problem. The first step would be securing your rodeo tickets. And if you're still looking, head to Reno Rodeo's website at www.renorodeo.com or head down to the ticket office to get them in person. The most expensive rodeo ticket is on average $36 without taxes and fees. So if you're paying more than that, you might be buying from a third-party site. Start the week off with branding room tickets to see Scotty McCreery at the Cable Kickoff Concert. This includes concert tickets, a parking pass, dinner from Famous Dave's Barbecue, and bottomless beverages. If the branding room is sold out, the Dock Bar is open with a $10 cover at the door. Enjoy happy hour before the concert begins from 4:30 to 7:30 and live music by Sagebrush Rebels from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Then join us down in the Rodeo Arena at 7 p.m. for Scotty McCreery. We're so excited to have him here with us, and thank you to Cable for bringing an awesome artist for the kickoff concert. From here, choose one or multiple nights of the rodeo to attend and step into a cowboy state of mind. If your favorite night is sold out, check availability in the branding room for $175 a person or $1,600 for a table of 10. You're guaranteed rodeo tickets in grandstand number 3. That's the covered one. Dinner from Famous Dave's Barbecue, bottomless drinks, a VIP parking pass, live music before the rodeo, air conditioning, and early access to the carnival grounds. For inquiries on branding room availability, email brandingroom@renorodeo.com. From here, enjoy the rodeo, shop with our vendors in the Silver Spurs Mercantile, or buy yourself a piece of Reno Rodeo merchandise from one of the 3 locations on grounds. We've got beautiful Montana silversmiths jewelry for both men and women, clothes for adults and children, blankets and coats for those chilly desert nights, and more. Whether you're on a budget or wanting the ultimate experience, the Reno Rodeo has something for everyone. And if you can't make it out to us this year, we hope you start planning your trip out to Reno Rodeo 2026. And in the meantime, watch live with our partners on the Cowboy Channel. I'm Jen Fisk, this is Reno Rodeo 365, and I'll see you in 23 days.
2025 is shaping up to be another historic year on the Cowboy Channel. Now, with more rodeo,
I get so excited every year because it is big time rodeo.
more original programming,
It's a lot of pressure, it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of money.
and even more Western sports coverage.
The breakaway roping is making waves.
The only way to catch every minute is with the Cowboy Channel Plus app. Don't miss out. Download the app today and get the world of Western sports at your fingertips with your subscription to Cowboy Channel Plus.